Welcome back to Fanshawe Learns. I'm SVillella, and I'm here with Lucas Turrin, who is a Trump supporter. So Lucas, thanks for coming out today.
Oh, thanks for having me. I know a lot of people nowadays don't want to talk to Trump supporters. We're kind of seen as this crazy bunch of people.
So then, with that being said, why are you one?
Well, first and foremost, I'd have to say it's probably because he's become sort of this anti-politician that I've really begun to like.
What is an anti-politician?
Well, to me, an anti-politician is someone who is not a career politician, who every 4 years kind of goes around, makes promises and panders to the people, and then when they finally do get into power, either nothing happens or they half fulfill their promises, and it doesn't work. The system, I think, is not working. And then here comes Trump, a guy who is not politically correct by any means, and he's trying to change the system. He's trying to represent a part of people who have been ignored, and I find that very appealing.
So you said Donald Trump isn't politically correct, then do you think he's fit to run the most powerful country in the world?
Well, it could be a matter of opinion. Obviously, he's a guy that goes on Twitter, goes on TV, and tweets about hating Islamics every time there's a terrorist attack. If you don't like hearing someone say that, you're not gonna like Trump. But at least what I like about him is that at least what he says is what he is. You know, it's on the front, it's on the face. There could be other presidents who never say those things for fear of being politically correct, but could internally at least have those thoughts. We'll never know. So I think now more than ever, it's very important that we have someone who's not politically correct, just because I feel like this whole political correct movement is kind of infringing on people's free thought and free speech. You know, all of a sudden, you're not allowed to think what you want. You're not allowed to say what you want. And I think honestly, that's what makes Trump different from your normal politician and help them win this election.
So you think that's the reason why he won then?
Yeah, because there's this whole middle belt, this whole Rust Belt of America where it's a lot of your average Joes, which has always been very conservative, very, very red part of the country. But I think now more than ever, they feel like their voices aren't being heard by the Obama 8 years or the Clintons, their whole organization. You know, they kind of focus on the metropolitans, the big city areas where there's more highly educated people. And they feel like the middle has obviously just kind of been left behind.
You say you have aligned yourself with the Conservative Party, but have you always?
To be honest, no. Growing up, I always thought of myself as being a left-leaning person. I was very open-minded. I was not homophobic. I wasn't racist. I was open to people's religions, and I thought that's what the left was, and that the rights were these racist, bigoted, shotgun-wielding rednecks who were very Christian, and you had to believe in God or else you go to hell. But I think over this past election, the past couple of years, I've seen like a role reversal where all of a sudden the left, your liberals, Democrats, have been saying, you have to think what we think. You have to think homosexuals are okay, or else we hate you and we're gonna come riot and we're not gonna let you speak. We're not gonna have a constructive argument against you. Meanwhile, the right, I think, is more open, and I feel myself aligning more and more with that side.
Well, there you have it. Once a liberal to now a conservative, all because of Donald Trump. I'm SVillella, and this was Fanshawe Learns.